I'm Shuan Michaud. I teach rock, progressive rock, metal guitar. So styles from Guthrie Govan to John Petrucci, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, all of that and in between, and the modern metal bands that are around today, Periphery and such, all those type of things. So that's I have all sorts of techniques of breaking down the guitar to kind of facilitate learning that style of music. So two moments. The first was the first time I saw my dad played guitar a little bit. Like he took lessons when he was a kid, and he didn't have the guitar in the house. And one Christmas, his parents, my grandparents, brought a guitar for him. He hadn't played in forever, and he was just noodling around playing stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. So that was the first one, my dad. And then the second one was seeing Steve Vai in the movie Crossroads. So that was it, I was done. I saw Steve Vai in the movie Crossroads, and that whole shred thing at the end of the, you know, that whole deal, that thing he's doing. I was like, all right, I got to learn how to play that. So my teaching philosophy in terms of like working on guitar specifically, not the interpersonal. Like I have different ideas about, you know, different learning styles from students that I've learned over the, you know, on the fly kind of over the years by teaching a lot of students. But for guitar specifically, it's about like taking every little idea that anybody's had and trying to take it apart into its smallest pieces and then piece it back together. So for, you know, I have this one Petrucci solo that I start off with because it's basically a scale, and I took apart the solo in its little pieces of a major scale, and he's bouncing it around, you know. I don't have the So I take it apart into all these small little sections, and then I don't just teach the solo, I kind of break it up in a way that they just learn the entire key of C major on the entire guitar, across the guitar, just by learning that one solo. So there's always this fine line between like learning what I call like the mathematical equation portion of it, and that's the scale, right? That's the math or the arpeggio. And then it's like, okay, well that's not, in and of itself is not the music. So how do you go from the math to the music, and where's the, you know, the bridge? Where's the line? Because even when you're looking at Bach, it's like, oh, that's pretty mathematical, where, you know, that was the same line, just you slide it down the scale, right? But the line was pretty intricate. So it's like, okay, mostly scale, a little bit of jump. It's like, where does the math turn into something that's like, oh, that sounds really cool? Studying at Berkeley, Berkeley's I think the largest pool of, you know, great musicians, from the teachers to the students that are here, that you're going to find in one place, I think, on the planet. That's what I don't think there's any place in the world where you're going to find a meeting of minds like this. And from different styles to, you know, just like everybody's at the top of their field, from the MP&E department to the songwriting department, the guitar department, you know, everywhere. So having access to all those people when you're here as a student, that's just gold. I like to attach everything to a master key that you're playing in. And it could be just for that one chord that you're in that key, that you're trying to, so if you're on a specific chord and that key happens to be the Lydian flat 7 key, so it's on a certain chord and you're like, oh, that kind of fits with the Lydian flat 7 sound, or I'm on X chord and this fits with the harmonic minor scale, or whatever it is. It could be just, or it could be one key for the whole thing. Right. Everything that I can play and dissect in that, so I'll play just a little bit. So let's say that you had a C major scale. So inside of that scale, I can play arpeggios in there. So I got that right. That's 3 arpeggios. That was the D minor 7, the C major 7, and the B minor 7 flat 5 on the top right there. So that's just one way of dissecting it. There's other ways across. You know, I could take from the A and then decide to work on just these 3 strings. So that's an A minor 7, and then the 2 chord, and then right there with the and then I could do F major 7, just change one note, right? So my whole idea is that I like to dissect things, have a master plan where everything, I could see it all together, and then like take it all apart from there.